Hello, sports fans. We are ready for NFL picks for week number 10 in the league where they play. For pay! And let's get right to it. I am coming off another very good week. That's 3 spectacular weeks in a row. I'm rolling just like I was rolling at this time last year. Let's get right to week 10. Hard to believe we're in week 10 already of the NFL season. Let's go out to Los Angeles where the LA Rams are minus 12 against the Houston Texans. Rams up to 6-2, just obliterated the Giants like 100-10. Nice job by the Giants. We'll get to them later. How about the Rams this year? 6-2, they're a hair away from being 7-1. What a turnaround for the Rams. They look like one of the best teams in the NFC. Great job by the Rams. Houston, listen, the bad luck continues. 3-5, lost to the Colts, but they lose Watson for the year. Tears his ACL in practice of all things, so Watson done for the year. He was having a spectacular, rookie season. What a terrible loss for the Texans. They already without Watt. Merciless. Now you add Watson to the list. Just devastating for the Texans. You really hope Watson gets healthy. Like to see that Texan team at full strength next year. But as far as this year goes, it's all over for the Texans. Gotta like the Rams here. I know 12 is a lot. Maybe move the line down to 6 in a teaser. But you have to think the Rams are going to win. Hard to like Houston without Watson. Did you see him play against the Colts last week? Not a lot to like about the Texans minus Watson. So I will go with the Rams there. That is pick number 1. Pick number 2, let's go to Detroit, the Motor City, where the Detroit Lions are minus 9.5 against the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland 0-8, coming off a bye, messed up the McCarron trade. Typical Browns, they can't get the paperwork in on the McCarron trade, so they lose out on him. I mean, I don't know how good McCarron is anyway, but he's probably an upgrade from what the Browns have. But that's typical Browns, can't get the paperwork in on time. Detroit, they're up to 4-4, beat the Packers minus Rodgers last night. Detroit really needed to have that game. They got it done last night. They looked good, beat the Packers. So Detroit up to 4-4. Listen, you got to like the Lions here. Maybe move the line down to 3.5. You got to think they're going to win. I mean, Cleveland is just an awful team again. They're lifeless. They got nothing going. I like the Lions. It's pick number 2. Pick number 3, let's go to Nashville, Tennessee, with the Tennessee Titans at minus 5 against the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals down to 3-5, lost to Jacksonville. Tennessee up to 5-3, beat Baltimore. I'll tell you, this is almost like a replay of last week. Wasn't Tennessee 5 over Baltimore? Feels like the same type of game. I like Tennessee at home. Again, I'll probably play this game a couple different ways. Money line, teaser. We'll look at it against the spread, but you have to like Tennessee. Cincinnati shows me nothing. By the way, isn't it time for Marvin Lewis to go for the Bengals? I mean, what is the deal with him? He's never done anything in the playoffs. I know they've done some things in the regular season, but it's time for Lewis to go. Maybe time for Dalton to go. You may have to break up this whole Bengal team. It's not working. How many years has Lewis been there? I mean, what's the deal? You got to make a change eventually. They need a new voice in Cincinnati. They really do. So I'll go Tennessee. That's pick number 3. Pick number 4, let's go to Indianapolis, where the Pittsburgh Steelers are minus 10 against the Indianapolis Colts. Colts beat Houston. They are up to 3-6. Steelers off a bye are 6-2, one of the best records in the AFC. Listen, you got to like Pittsburgh. I know they can get sloppy on the road. I know they're not as explosive on the road. I may move this line down to 4, but I got to like the Steelers. Can't like the Colts under any circumstances. There'll be a lot of Steeler fans in the house in Indianapolis. Gotta like the Steelers. Can't take the Colts. That's pick number 4. Pick number 5. Let's go down to Carolina, where the Carolina Panthers are minus 9 against the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins down to 4-4, lost to Oakland. Carolina up to 6-3, held on to beat Atlanta. That was a nice win for Carolina. Carolina traded Benjamin last week to the Bills. I was surprised about that. So they don't have Benjamin anymore. Hopefully they get their tight end back soon, Carolina. Carolina, I think, is too much for Miami. Miami is just a strange team. You look up, they're 4-4 somehow. They've been shut out 3 times. The coach is saying they're the worst offensive team in football. They trade their big running back. They're a strange team, Miami. I got to think Carolina at home is going to get the job done. Again, maybe move this line down to 3. You feel more comfortable that way, but I got to like Carolina to win the game. Carolina's pick number 5. Pick number 6. Let's go to Denver with the New England Patriots, a -7 against the Denver Broncos. New England 6-2 off a bye. Denver falling apart, 3-5. Lost to Philadelphia, got bombed. It's all falling apart for the Broncos. Now, I know the Broncos usually play New England well in Denver, but I cannot like Denver here in this spot. Again, and I'm repeating myself, maybe move the line down to 1 and take New England in a teaser. I cannot like Denver. Got to go with New England. New England is going to win this game. That's pick number 6. Pick number 7, let's go down to Jacksonville with the Jacksonville Jaguars, a -4.5 against the LA Chargers. Chargers 3-5 off a bye. Jacksonville up to 5-3, smothered Cincinnati. Jacksonville's defense very good. I am going to go the other way here. I'm going to move the line to 10.5 and take the Chargers to at least keep the game close. If I had to pick straight up who I thought was going to win, I probably think Jacksonville ekes it out, but I think this game is going to be a close, tight, defensive game. Points at a premium, so I'll take the 10.5 with the Chargers. Chargers coming off a bye. I'll take the Chargers there. Not quite sure Jacksonville's ready to keep blowing teams out, so I'll take the Chargers just to hang in the game. That's pick number 7. Pick number 8, let's go up to Buffalo with the New Orleans Saints, a -3 against the Buffalo Bills. How about the Saints up to 6-2, won 6 in a row, blew out Tampa Bay. The Saints have to be one of the surprises of the league. Who thought when the Saints were 0-2 they'd win 6 in a row? I certainly didn't. Saints are doing a great job. Buffalo down to 5-3, lost the Thursday night game to the Jets. What a horrific performance by the Bills on Thursday Night Football. Thursday Night Football can go. It's just horribly played football. I mean, you can see the way the Bills played that game. It was terrible. The road team is at a terrible disadvantage. You play a game on Sunday, the road team has to travel on Wednesday, and then they're in a game by Thursday. It is terrible. It's awful football, but the NFL has to control another day of the week. I'm going to move the line to 9 and take Buffalo, thinking this is a close game, so I'll get the 9. The home field, got to think it's going to be a close game. Bill defense should be able to harass Drew Brees just enough to make it close. Game could go either way, but I like the Bills +9 and a teaser there. Pick number 9. Let's go down to Washington with the Minnesota Vikings, a -2 against the Washington Redskins. Minnesota, a surprising 6-2 off a bye. Great job by the Vikings with all the injuries, up to 6-2. Defense playing great. Washington up to 4-4, beats Seattle. What a win for Washington. They have 1/3 of their team out. They went into Seattle and won. Fell behind late, made some big plays to win it. What a great gutty win by Washington. That was an awful loss by Seattle, by the way. Again, like I said the last couple of picks, I'm going to move Washington to 8 here. I'm going to take the 8 points and the home field advantage. Again, straight up who I think is going to win the game. I think maybe Minnesota ekes it out by a couple, but I think the game will be close. Washington showed me a lot of guts last week, so I'm going to respect them all for that. I'll take the 8, the home field. I think it's a close game. Washington +8 is pick number 9. Pick number 10, let's go down to Atlanta. With the Atlanta Falcons on -4 against the Dallas Cowboys. Atlanta down to 4-4, lost to Carolina. Atlanta has not been impressive all year. They've played like one good game this year, Atlanta. I am so down on the Atlanta Falcons this year. As a matter of fact, I got to send my buddy Paul, who lives in North Carolina, a message. He's a big Falcon fan. He can't be happy about this. He's probably still recovering from the Super Bowl last year, and he's got to watch this performance this year. This is downright disappointing. This is Super Bowl hangover all the way. Dallas 5-3. They've won 3 in a row. Nice win against Kansas City. Elliott played last week. You never know if Elliott's going to play or not. He's in, he's out, he's suspended, he's not suspended. Again this week, the same thing. Is Elliott playing? Is he not? What's the story here? Dez Bryant also questionable. Listen, if Elliott and Dez Bryant play, I'll move the line to 10 and I'll take Dallas. If Elliott and Dez Bryant don't play, I'll take the Falcons straight up to win. So it's a mixed bag of tricks, so you got to keep an eye on this whole thing. Got to see if Elliott and Dez Bryant play, but Dallas has been hot lately. I would take them with 10 if Elliott and Dez Bryant do play. Keep an eye on it. That's pick number 10. And pick number 11, let's go down to Tampa Bay, where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Jets are actually favored in Tampa Bay. Jets -1.5 in Tampa Bay. That's because Winston is out for Tampa Bay and Evans is suspended. Tampa Bay 2-6, got blown out by New Orleans. Is there a more disappointing team than the Bucs this year? Jets 4-5, beat Buffalo. Jets have been very competitive. Jets have been better than I thought. I gotta like the Jets here, even though this is going to be a tough game to watch. Pack your bags trip. Pack your bags trip right here. Jets in Tampa Bay, plenty of seats available. My bags are packed, but I'll take the Jets there just because I cannot take Tampa Bay. That's pick number 11. Then I'm going to throw out 3 games. I'm going to throw out Chicago at home, -3 against Green Bay. Chicago 3-5 off a bye. Green Bay 4-4 off the loss. No Rodgers. Don't know what to make of that game. Seattle -6 against Arizona in the desert on Thursday Night Football. Again, Thursday Night Football is awful. Arizona 4-4, deep beat San Francisco. You know, the quarterback is out. Seattle 5-3, lost at home to Washington. I thought that was an atrocious loss by the Seahawks. What happened to the Legion of Boom? Give up 1,000,000 points to Houston. Let Washington waltz down the field at the end of the game. Seattle, I know they're 5-3. I always respect them. That was a bad loss last week. I'm going to throw that game out. Thursday Night Football, I can't stand. And I'm going to throw out San Francisco at home, -1 against the Giants. I mean, are you kidding me? Niners 0-8, lost to Arizona. Giants, 1 win, lost to the Rams. Another pack your bags trip. Doubleheader on Sunday. Tampa Jets down in Tampa. Then we are going to Star Trek it over to San Francisco and the New York Giants. My bags are packed. Doubleheader. Who's going with me? Doubleheader. Bucks, Jets, Niners, Giants. Let's go. So I'm going to throw out that game, and then 4 teams with a bye. Chiefs with a bye, 6-3 off the loss to Dallas. I tell you, the Chiefs have not looked good recently. They need a bye. Oakland 4-5. They did beat Miami, but Oakland has still got a lot of work to do. Philadelphia 8-1, blew out Denver. Philadelphia, one of the best teams in all of football right now, doing a great job on both sides of the ball. Make the big trade for the running back from Miami. I love what I see from Philadelphia. 2-game lead over Dallas in the division. And Baltimore 4-5, lost to Tennessee. It just doesn't look like it's happening for Baltimore. So there you go. Those are the picks for week number 10. Like I said, I've been rolling the last 3 weeks. As far as the college football playoff has not changed. As far as the rankings, Georgia number 1, Alabama number 2, Notre Dame 3, Clemson 4, Miami and Wisconsin, they're lurking. So is Oklahoma. Big game this week with College Game Day is Notre Dame at Miami. They renew that rivalry down in South Florida. That's a good one. That's a must-watch. And as far as the World Series, congratulations to the Houston Astros. Just, 4 or 5 years ago, the Astros had the worst team in baseball. They now win the World Series, and they are going to be a contender for years to come. Bitter pill for the Dodgers to swallow again. Again, they can't get over the hump. How bad was Yu Darvish? 2 starts, can't get out of the second inning either time. They should have never started him in Game 7. Should have pulled him after the first inning. Why they let that game get out of hand is beyond me. Never let the Dodgers in that game. Never gave him a chance. I would have started Alex Wood, maybe went to Kershaw, or started Kershaw, went to Alex Wood. Would have never trusted Darvish after his Game 3 performance. Do not sign Darvish as a free agent. He wants big money, big years. He can't be trusted in a big spot. And the Dodgers still need another solid pitcher. They should have never let Greinke go. They should have paid him. They're still paying for that. They need a big-time number 2 starter. Those are not easy to find. So the Dodgers, another bitter pill to swallow, but great job by the Houston Astros. So there you go. You guys are all caught up. You guys are all set. You have my picks for week number 10. I'm absolutely rolling the last 3 weeks. You guys, thanks as always for all the support. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. Pick a lot of winners. Make a lot of money. I'll talk to you guys next Tuesday. Take care.